Welcome back to Driven Daily. You're watching Shop Shorts, where I share tools and techniques that I've found helpful in the shop and I think are worth passing on to you. Today we're talking about tool storage and the least expensive solution I found for a rolling tool cart. The traditional solution to the problem of tool storage is to get a tool chest like this. They're going to set you back around $500 to $1,000. Sometimes you'll get a good deal like I did on this one. I think I paid $350 at Harbor Freight. But that was an exceptional deal. That was with a coupon. I had been looking for it for about a year, and I don't know that I would have bought one of these otherwise. Right now, I would say Husky is probably the way to go if you want a tool chest, but tool chests aren't ideally suited to all types of tools. Sometimes you want some other way to organize your tools. And that's where a shelving unit like this really comes into its own. These were outfitted on most contractors' vans, Econolines or GMCs or some of the Dodges, but I've found that the Econolines generally have the highest quality shelving units in them. There are a few different brands that you can get them from, but normally here in New England at least, where cars rust out really quickly and end up getting salvaged, I can find these at salvage yards pretty consistently for around $50 a piece. And this is good, sturdy, 16 gauge or 14 gauge, depending on the specific model, steel. They need a little bit of cleanup when I get them, but they're really modular. They are the right size. They're 42 inches from end to end, where this is 44 inches from end to end, so it's very similar. They're not quite as deep, and I kind of like that they're open like this. So while drawers are convenient for certain things, if you're not extremely diligent about how you're organizing things and putting things back where they belong, drawers can be more of a problem than anything. So having things nice and open like this is kind of a big benefit. I can roll this over and I know exactly where my cutoff wheel is, where my cleaning wheel is, or where any of my flap wheels are. And it's all readily accessible. I don't need to think about it at all. And if someone else is going to use this cart, they'll also know exactly where everything is. Because I bought these from a salvage yard, it was in a little rough condition. It needed some cleanup. Some of these lips were a little bit bent where they had been banged around some, and I just had to bend those back and clean them up. That took probably, I'm gonna say, about a half hour. It could use a new coat of paint, but I don't know if I'm really gonna bother with that. And the drawer sliders could use ball bearing sliders. Right now they're just literally sliders. They're friction sliders. So you grease them, and that's about the best you're gonna get. The only other modification that I made to this was adding casters to the bottom, which was pretty easy on this one, but sometimes they're more difficult. This has a nice flat bottom, and that gave me a good surface to mount all of my casters to. Some of them have an open bottom, and you're gonna have to add some sheet metal to that. Essentially just cut out the shape with a grinder, drill some holes, and you should be able to just bolt it to the bottom. And that should give enough rigidity that you can just put casters on the bottom and you're ready to rock. All right, that's it. I'm trying to keep these episodes as brief as possible, hence the name Shop Shorts, and I'm trying to keep them relevant to whatever I'm working on in the main episodes as well. So if you have questions about something I'm doing, how I'm doing it, or what I'm doing it with in any of our main episodes, feel free to ask that in the comments and I'll try to roll that into the next Shop Shorts. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with other people. And now go get out into the shop.